sent clearly and precisely to the Australian governments about what we're doing. And that's why it's important for this collective to really get going. I think it's time for us now to start to shift the shame from ourselves to the shame back over to white Australia. Because it's their shameful history. It's their history that they should be ashamed of, because our history was rich. It was perfectly controlled. We had everything that we could ask for. We had harmony, we had peace, we had love with one another. And we know from the effects of the stolen generations and them coming in and taking our children from us, it restricts us from doing what we need to do in life. It restricts us from loving. It restricts us from nurturing and caring for our babies. Because it's a two-way street when you're a parent. We not only learn our children how to survive in this world, we learn from our children as well. We learn those little bits and pieces of love and compassion and security, because that's what that relationship between a family holds. And that's the relationship that has been completely affected when we're looking at the problematic cycle of disadvantage that Aboriginal people have to live with in this country. If we don't have the ability to love, if we don't have the ability to nurture and care for our own, well then we don't take that out on the streets. That's how we feel when we confront the rest of white Australia, the rest of multicultural Australia. It is met with hatred because the effects that we have constantly been put through over the course of the stolen generations have really limited and restricted us to become profitable members of society, as you should call it, or this is what the policies that the departments have put into place to make us. But little did they know that they'd restricted us from doing that in the first place.
Absolutely.
And it all comes back down to the social disadvantage Aboriginal people are caught up in today. And our next speaker is Uncle Ray Jackson. He's been a very staunch advocate for Aboriginal rights in the social justice arena. And this is something that all Aboriginal people should be taken into and looking to fight against our disadvantage.